Eisenhower is a bit of a surprise. Old film shows him as an older man in office and even a mature man during World War II. He was known for mangling his syntax as well and keeping things pretty close to his vest. But he wrote speeches for General MacArthur and ended up doing an excellent job of his inaugural address. He's one of the few presidents, much like Nixon, who had a sweeping view of history and of the world through personal experience. So let's take a look at Eisenhower. It's still an open question whether we are, as he said, quote, nearing the light, a day of freedom and of peace for all mankind, or are the shadows of another night closing in upon us? Foreshadowing Kennedy's similar quote, Ike pointed out that science seems ready to confer upon us as its final gift the power to erase all human life from this planet. In a typical American egalitarian moment, he tipped his hat to average working people and noted that we, the people, elect leaders not to rule, but to serve. Finally, as all orderly military people might, Eisenhower listed 9 fixed principles. He supported the UN and regional alliances, denounced war, and spoke in favor of freedom and equality. And ironically, if you check, this quintessential Republican was deemed to have partly won office through Democratic votes in the primary in Texas and was even called a communist by some. So we've had high rhetoric like that in America for a long time. In Eisenhower's second inaugural, he mentions Russia by name for the first time and denounced international communism. Truman had paved the way for that. He continued the theme of mutual dependence, which makes isolation an impossibility. But here's what's really surprising in Eisenhower's language: short, memorable sound bites, well before the term soundbite became popular in radio and TV. Here they are. May we pursue the right without self-righteousness. May we know unity without conformity. May we grow in strength without pride in self. May we, in our dealings with all peoples of the earth, ever speak truth and serve justice. If you download the speech, you will see the dashes that were put in there, either by Eisenhower himself or one of his staff. This is a reminder to pause and the prayer-like repetition of may we. Remember, this is sort of a secular version of a religious experience for Americans. Now, here a more secular passage follows. In our nation, work and wealth abound. Our population grows. Commerce crowds our rivers and rails, our skies, harbors, and highways. Our soil is fertile and agriculture productive. The air rings with the song of our industry, rolling mills and blast furnaces, dynamos, dams, and assembly lines, the chorus of America the Bountiful. This is before concerns about pollution. Returning to the biblical cadence, he says, splendid as can be the blessings of such a peace, high will be its cost, in toil patiently sustained, in help honorably given, in sacrifice calmly borne. Ending his speech, Ike echoes the earlier supplication. May the light of freedom coming to all darkened lands flame brightly until at last the darkness is no more. May the turbulence of our age yield to a true time of peace. Well, almost as surprising as how good Eisenhower is, you can look at Grant, Truman, and Johnson. These are all excellent, including Jefferson, Lincoln, Roosevelt, and Kennedy.